Hello and welcome. Today we are focusing on creating heat and building strength through mobility exercises and functional movement. It's common to think that we're losing flexibility or I'm not as flexible as I was because I'm not stretching enough. And what we end up discovering is that it's less about flexibility and more about mobility. When we have less mobility and less range of motion, we have less flexibility. So today's practice, I prepared a few different exercises that aim to support and strengthen our joints and muscles through slow controlled movement to help build more functional movement in the body. And so don't worry, it's still a yoga practice, just a little bit more strength based. And I guess I am embracing my inner ninja today by wearing all black. So anyway, we'll get started at the back of the mat in a seated position, either on the shins or on the booty. And so taking a moment to just let yourself arrive, getting settled in. And then however you're making your way to the back of the mat, begin to find some spinal spirals going in one direction. So maybe getting the head and neck involved. And then after a few rotations going in the other direction. Just warming up the spine. Good. And then coming to center, interlacing the fingers, creating a fist, and then just begin to roll out the wrist. Same thing, few in one direction, and then reversing, going in the other direction. Good. And then we'll keep the fingers interlaced, flip the palms, press the hands away as you round the back, drop chin towards chest. So staying here, getting a nice stretch in the upper back. And then inhale, lengthen, lift yourself up. Maybe find a slight back bend here. And we'll move through these two movements a few times. So exhale, bring the hands forward as you round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, find length, lifting arms up. Broaden the collarbones. Good. Exhale, release around the back. Inhale, lengthen. Chest lifts. Good. Exhale, round. And last time, inhale yourself up. And then exhale, release the arms and meet in a tabletop position. And just find a few full body circles here once you meet in tabletop. Warming up the wrists, saying hello to the shoulders and the hips. And going in the other direction. Good. Alrighty. Meet in a neutral table position. Go ahead and tuck the toes and begin to activate the core. So bringing belly in towards the spine. And then lift the knees off the ground and let them hover about an inch off the ground. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. And then lift the feet up, cross the ankles. And then we're going to slowly lower the chest down in a push-up position for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hover, and press yourself up. Good. Release the feet and tuck the toes. We'll go through those two movements 2 more times. So on an inhale here, and then exhale, press the ground away as you lift the knees off the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower. Shift yourself forward just slightly, lift the feet, cross the ankles, and slowly lower down, bending at the elbows for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Let the chest hover And then exhale, press yourself up. Good. Once more. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lift the knees, hold and hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift the feet, cross the ankles. Last time here, inhale deeply and slowly bend at the elbows, lowering the chest for 3, 2, 1. Hold and exhale, press the ground away. Go ahead and sit back on the heels, roll out the wrists, maybe give them a little bit of a shake. Flick the fingers. Good. All right. Coming back into tabletop, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice long spine. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Good. Maybe pedaling out the feet. And then wherever you are, releasing both heels down towards the ground. And on your next inhale, begin to ripple yourself forward, rounding the back, coming into plank. And then your choice of vinyasa, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And we'll meet in baby cobra. Lifting the chest up slightly, really using the strength in the muscles of the back. So seeing if you can even lift the hands up off the ground and let them hover to really ensure that you're using the back muscles. Good. And you can release them down. Exhale, release down, tuck the toes, send yourself up, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze the abdominal muscles, and then step that right foot through. Inhale yourself up, crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus the arms as you sink the hips down, bending both knees, finding a slight back bend here, gazing up. And then inhale, press down through the feet as you lift up, lengthening the legs. Step that back foot in just slightly. And then exhale, hinge from the hips. Arms reach forward as we make our way into pyramid pose. Hands can come to blocks or the earth. Pull back on that right hip crease. Always the option to keep a slight bend in that front leg. You can stay here or maybe find some movement with breath as you exhale, release the head down. Inhale, lifting the torso up halfway. Good. And just riding the breath here. Good. Bend that right knee, step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, deep bend in the knees as you lift yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center and go right back down into a forward fold. Either step or hop back into plank. And then your version of vinyasa, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lower yourself down. And this time, rest the forehead down and relax the arms down by the side. We'll come into locust. So begin to roll the shoulder blades towards one another. And then on an inhale, we're going to lift the arms, legs, and chest up off the ground. Gaze down below, right in front of you, keeping length in the neck. Holding here, but still breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands come to the outsides of the chest. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Staying here for a full round of breath. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend the knee, exhale, knee to nose as you round the back, squeezing the abs, stepping the left foot through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Holding here. On your next exhale, cactus the arms, open up the chest, sink the hips down. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe step that back foot in just slightly. Exhale, hinge at the hips, arms reach forward, and then maybe find blocks or the earth coming into pyramid pose. Good. Welcome to pause here or lift and lower with the breath. Good. Feeling a nice stretch in the hamstring. Good. Bend that left knee. Right foot meets the left in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down to lift all the way up. And exhale, hands come through heart center, coming back into a forward fold. Either step or hop back into plank. Your choice of vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And once more, resting the forehead down, arms come down by the side. Coming into locust, drawing shoulder blades together. Inhale, legs, arms, chest lift. Gaze down in front of you. Using the muscles in the back, holding here, still breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release, hands stack in front of you. Rest the forehead down and take a beat. Find your breath. Slow it down. Maybe rock the hips from side to side. Or even bending the knees and windshield wipering the legs from side to side. And then wherever you are, we'll release the legs back down. Hands come to the outsides of the chest. Tuck the toes. Press yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. Full round of breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Gaze up at the hands, either hop or step to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press yourself all the way up. And this time, exhale, hands to heart center, and we'll stay. Good. Release the hands. We'll turn towards the length edge side of our mat and step the feet wide. And just come into some side lunges, just moving from side to side. Maybe adding some shoulder rolls. And just making this look however you'd like, whatever feels good in your body. I know shoulder rolls are always hitting for me. They always feel really nice and juicy in my body. Good. Getting a nice stretch in the inner thighs and the hips. And then coming to center, turning the toes out, heels in, finding goddess pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Hands can stay at heart center or maybe resting on the thighs. Chest is lifted, spine is long. And we're going to focus on the lower body. So lifting the right heel up and then lower. And then the left heel and lower. And we'll go back and forth a few times, lifting and lowering each heel. So these isolated leg lifts, focusing on the calves, the quads. Good. One more each side. And then if you're up for it, we'll lift both heels at the same time and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, lengthen the legs, lift yourselves up, toes face forward. Exhale, hinge from the hips as you fold forward. Release the head down. Maybe wag the booty. Good. And then left hand plants in front of the gaze. Maybe bend into the right knee as you inhale, lift the right arm up overhead, fingertips to sky. And then maybe rolling out the wrist or even some arm circles here. Good. And then release the right hand down in front of the gaze, bend into the left knee. Inhale, open up. Left fingertips reach up high. And again, maybe rolling out the wrist or coming into some arm circles here. Good. And then release the left hand down, taking one more moment to just pour out. And then begin to walk the feet back underneath you. And then we'll sink the booty down and we're going to meet on our backs. So however you'd like to get there. Bring knees in towards the chest. And then maybe give a little rock from side to side. And we'll come into one more strength exercise. Releasing the feet down, bringing them close to the hips. And we'll find bridge pose. So as you exhale, begin to lengthen the low back down to the ground and press the ground away with the feet as you lift the hips up towards the sky. Squeezing the glutes, the quadriceps, holding here, checking the breath, that it's still fluid and continuous. Even as you test your boundaries, your physical boundaries. Good. Hold here for another 3, 2, 1. And then slowly release, vertebrae by vertebrae. The spine lies back down on the ground. And then maybe once more hugging knees in towards the chest. And then bring the hands towards the knees and then just come into some hip circles here. Going out, away from you in a counterclockwise motion. And then clockwise. Good. And then we'll end with a brief Shavasana, bringing soles of the feet together, knees wide in Supta Baddha Konasana. And arms can be resting along the side of the body, or maybe hands find a spot on the body. And just taking a few moments to wind it down. Maybe noticing the heartbeat, the breath. And see if you can begin to deepen the breath as you settle in. One more final deep breath here. And when you're ready, we'll roll over onto one side. And then slowly make your way into a seated position. Thank you so much for your time and energy today. Let me know what you thought, if there were any exercises that felt good in your body or anything you'd like to see more of. And I look forward to practicing with you again somewhere on your mat. Take care.